Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So we're talking about just downright cold weather across much of the actual continental 48 here. The jet stream this whole entire week has been dipping all the way from Canada, all the way cutting into parts of the deep south and up into the eastern seaboard. So there's a huge swath of just cold air, and this is not typically seen usually until January, and it's only in the middle of November. So we have temperatures in the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes region only in the teens and 20s for highs today, which is Wednesday, going into the next several days. And even down here into parts of the mid and deep south, we are going to see temperatures only getting into the 40s and 50s for highs. Typically, these high temperatures are not seen until January. So it is just downright cold almost everywhere you go, even in parts of the western states. I think the only exception, if you find a little bit of warmth, would be extreme southwestern parts of the country, near like California and the desert Southwest, and then obviously parts of southern Florida. Those are the only warm spots that you can find basically, but basically the whole country right now is in a deep freeze, and it's going to be lasting over the next several days going into this weekend. Next week, maybe slight moderation, but I mean, the chill is here to stay. But with the big chill comes a lot of lake effect snow. And so there's an historic setup coming into parts of the eastern Great Lakes, Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Buffalo and Watertown, New York in particular, could see an historic buildup of several feet. Yes, feet, not inches, feet of snow over the next several days and everything. There's a lake effect warning, lake effect storm warning in effect for Buffalo, New York, and Watertown, New York. These places typically do see lake effect snow throughout the whole entire season until the lakes actually, freeze up and everything. The lakes right now are pretty warm for middle of November. So when you have cold air rushing over the Great Lakes, warm air and everything, you get, the rise in air and everything, and then it turns into precipitation. And obviously when it's really cold on the shores and everything, and, inland a few miles out away from the water and everything, obviously it's going to be in the form of snow, because obviously it's in the 20s and the 30s and everything. So a lot of places around the Great Lakes, if you live in the eastern part of the lakes, you're going to see some lake effect snow. But the big story for this lake effect, this historic lake effect event, is going to be places just downward of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Today's Wednesday. The storm warnings go in effect from late tonight all the way into Sunday morning. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yeah, it's going to be a big thing. Oh my gosh, you know what I just realized? It's not Wednesday. I'm so sorry. It's Thursday. Today is Thursday, not Wednesday. I'm so sorry. So disregard that. Today, Thursday. So tonight going into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, several hours, a couple of days of these lake effect snow bands are going to pile up over the downward parts of the Great Lakes and everything. So if you live along those places along the shorelines of the lakes and everything, you're going to see a lot of snow and everything. Now the snow bands are not going to reach the major cities here along the I-95 corridor, but hey, it is just downright cold from Boston to DC, going into parts of the Carolinas and going down into the deep south. We even have freeze warnings in parts of the deep south, including parts of the Florida Panhandle, and going right across into the Gulf states just north of the Gulf Coast and everything. So the chill is here to stay, unfortunately, and I do not see really a big warm up anytime soon. Again, next week, Monday, Tuesday, I think we're going to see some moderation. Temperatures are going to try to get back, at least here in DC, back into the 50s for a short while. But DC, I mean, it is just downright cold, only in the 40s. This weekend, we may only see a high temperature of only in the 30s here in DC on Saturday or Sunday. I think it's Sunday. I have to double check. I think it's Sunday, but I think they're going for a forecast high of like 38 or 39 degrees, and it's only November. It usually is not this cold until like January, February. So again, big, huge part of the country is just well below average, and I hope everyone just bundles up and everything. Definitely getting in the mood for the holiday season, but I think it's a little bit too cold, a little bit too soon, and everything. So yeah, there you go. Big chill is here and here to stay for a while. Bundle up out there. Take care, everyone.